I would like you to calm down and listen to Dike Chukwumerije constructively. Then I will come back to tell you what I want to tell you.
Q for Peter Obi. I did not smuggle anybody into the polling booth for Peter Obi. I did not brandish a knife or threaten anybody in my polling unit for Peter Obi. I did not snatch a ballot box, stuff a ballot box, break a ballot box for Peter Obi. I did not pay anybody to change any results for Peter Obi. I did not steal, I did not kill for Peter Obi. What I did for my candidate was stand in line. From 8 in the morning on Saturday till 8 in the morning on Sunday. And when the sun got too hot and I thought of going back home, I remembered, shot to death on the train to Kaduna, and I stayed. And when the heavens opened and poured down rain, and I thought of running away to find safety, I remembered. Stuck at home for months because of ASU strike, and I stayed. Through my hunger, through my thirst, through my worry whether the children I left at home were fine, I stayed. Because what I wanted to give my candidate, what I ended up putting in that ballot box, was not a piece of paper. What I ended up putting in that ballot box was my hope for a country where young people would not be so disillusioned by the actions of their own parents, of their own leaders, that they will be willing to risk crossing the Sahara Desert on foot just to escape. That was what I put in that ballot box. That was what my presiding officer refused to upload for 3 days. The future of that young boy who stood with me, who stood with us as we counted those votes through the night. He was a first-time voter, pregnant with hope. But somewhere between the polling unit and the collation center, that boy's future was waylaid by a politician. A politician that used biro to cross out his destiny. A politician that found where that boy had written hope and wrote over it hopeless. Yes. It is a terrible thing when a Nigerian is kidnapped on the way to Zamfara or Makurdi or Enugu. But it is infinitely worse when Nigeria herself is kidnapped on the way to the collation center. I tell you, my brother, my sister, it is not Nigeria that has her foot on your neck. It is not the Fulani or the Igbo, the Christian or the Muslim that has their finger wrapped around your neck and are now squeezing the civic life out of you. It is not those Yoruba people that don't give a damn whether you eat, whether you have a decent house to sleep in, whether you're able to find a job 5 years after graduating. It is not North or South that uses 8 years to build one bridge or to repair one pothole in the middle of your road. It is that politician who is willing to kill, who is willing to steal to stay in power. That is your enemy.
Very powerful piece
so
there.
Many of you have been so serially abused that you have now fallen in love with your kidnapper. That you now hail the swagger of those who steal destinies. You admire the confidence of those who use the future of the Almajiri to fuel their cars. But not me. Me, I would rather be a gate man in heaven than a king in hell. Me, my heart will always be there, standing in line with that young boy, waiting patiently for the day when our hopes will count. Nigeria, count our hopes, for it is bearable, it is honorable to lose in a contest that is fair. But nobody who steals political power will use it for good. Nigeria, count our hopes. Thank you.
Did you hear what the young man said? You see, it saddens me that sometimes when I get to the internet space, you see people trying to talk down on the obedient movement. You see somebody like Reno Omokri trying to be the judge of the appeal court, trying to tell people that P2B does not have a case, trying to give you reasons why P2B will not win in court. Well, I am not against his own opinion, but what I'm against is people coming together to encourage and uphold political rascality in Nigeria. Now, let me tell you this categorically. You see, the corrupt old political order who have kept this country hostage, they are not ready to relinquish power peacefully. They are not ready. They are not ready to give out power at ease to anybody. And every human being, everybody you see in Nigeria who is benefiting from the corrupt political order, from the criminal political structure in Nigeria, they will always come out to the media to talk you down. Who is fighting for a new Nigeria? They will always come out to the media to discourage you. They will always come out to the media to tell you why P2B did not win an election. They will always come out to the media to tell you why you should join the bandwagon of going back to the status quo. But because all they are doing is to convince your mind, to rob you of the integrity of purpose, of the sincerity of purpose, to rob you the mindset, the eagerness, and the zeal of seeing a new Nigeria, that your mindset will go back to the status quo, to the old criminal political way of doing things in Nigeria. That is what these people are doing on the internet. They gather people, they try to confuse you. So if P2B does not have a case with the calibers of legal luminaries that P2B, summoned together, hired together to represent his petition at the court, does it mean also that this honorable legal luminaries that P2B hired, that they are also foolish people? So if Reno Omokri is right and some other people who are propagating propaganda, trying to talk down the people who are eager to see a new Nigeria working, if they are now right, it means that these lawyers are foolish people. Those of you who are listening to these guys, I don't want to call you foolish, but you are also part of the problem of Nigeria, because you want all of us to go back to the status quo. You want all of us to go back to Egypt. God forbid. We have lived in the Western world. We have seen what good governance is all about. Reno Omokri himself, I'm not trying to call him out, but I'm stating the obvious. Reno Omokri has been in the UK for a very long time. He enjoyed 24 hours electricity. He enjoyed good road. When he paid tax, he sees his tax working for him. He may have also participated in an election or witnessed an election. So how on earth will he now come to Nigeria, his own home country, and try to support impunity? It simply means that he is either benefiting from the criminal political structure, or his friends or his brothers are benefiting from it. That is what it means. So do not allow anybody to poison your mind. Do not allow anybody to change your mind. Do not allow anybody to cage your mind. Keep moving with the illuminated mindset you already have. P2B has brought wokenness to a lot of Nigerians. We are already anticipating what good governance will look like. At least P2B will not give us heaven on earth, but we are sure of a transparent government. We are sure of free speech. We are sure of at least benefiting from the dividends of democracy. We are sure of rule of law, because that is what P2B represents. Make I not talk too much. As you watch this video, share and another person see am. All that happened on February 25th presidential election is enough to get you angry.